Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary, and in today's video I'm going to be making the snowman. Just like I did the elf and the Santa Claus, I'll be doing the snowman the same way. And you're basically, like I told you in the previous videos, you're going to start off with a 2x4, which I have here, and the only difference with the snowman is you don't have to taper off anything like I did with this one, because the snowman is going to be all white. So you're going to need a 2x4, and you can cut it down, or you can, this one is 17 inches. It stands 17 inches tall, but you can cut it down, and I did that with my snowman. And here he is here, and I've already started adding his red hat, and we'll talk about that. So basically the snowman, the snowman stands 11 inches tall. I'm going to slide back just a little bit. So he stands 11 inches tall, and I've already spray painted him with white paint. And like I said, I went ahead and started putting his hat on. So, and I'm just going to continue to do that. And so before we finish it off, what you're going to need is your 2x4. You're going to need some yarn fluff. I still don't know what the name of it is. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need orange felt and red felt, Sharpie marker, or any color marker you want. Any black marker will do. And I have some googly eyes, and I have a couple buttons, some buttons here. And you're going to need a hot glue gun and some a hot glue gun and some glue sticks. And I'm just going to reach over here and grab some more glue sticks. So like I said before, I've already started putting the hat on. And so I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut a little bit of this off, because we don't need his hat that tall. So I cut that off just like that, and I'm going to just go ahead, and I'm going to take my hot glue, and I'm going to glue that shut. So we're just going to go ahead and add some hot glue in here real quick, just like this, and then we're just going to bunch it together. And I'm just going to add a little more. And we're just going to stick it together. That's hot. And I'm going to turn this around so I can add just a little more glue. Just like this. And we're just going to hold this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our fluff, and I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off, and we're just going to go ahead, I'm going to stick this out of the way. We're going to go ahead, and I am going to load my glue gun, and we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit here, just like that, and we're just going to fold it over on itself, and just going to add a little bit more, and you're just going to fold that over on itself. And I'm just going to put a little pressure to it till it's dry. And you're going to end up with it looking like this. And we're going to take that, and we're going to take it. I am going to add just a little more glue here, and add just a little pressure. And then I am going to take this, and I am going to add just a little bit of hot glue, and we're going to stick that down right on the middle, right in the middle. So you should end up with it looking like this. And then if you want, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go around the edges so it'll look like this. And you don't have to, but I'm going to. And like I mentioned before, this is a fun little craft for the kids, and you can make this smaller or you can do it larger. I've also have one that I made that sets outside of a door on your porch. Yeah. And I'm just going to continue to go around the edges just like this until I get all the way to the end. Like that. And then we're just gonna, and you're just gonna cut off the extra, and that's what you're gonna have. It's gonna end up looking like this. And the next thing we're gonna do is I am going to do the scarf. So I am gonna take my, let's slide my Santa Claus over here. So you're gonna take your felt and you're gonna cut off a strip, and I usually cut off 2 because it's not quite long enough, and this can be as wide or as skinny as you want it to be, and since it's a scarf, I want it to be kind of wide. And you can also stretch it if you want to make it longer, but I'm just going to cut off a little more, and then I'm going to glue that to the other piece so I can make my scarf a little bit longer than it needs to be. And I'm just going to cut it off right here. And I am just going to go ahead, turn this, and I'm going to connect it, and it's going to be connected here. And then I'm just going to stick that down like this. And I'm going to bring my snowman back, and I'm going to see about where I want the scarf to be. And I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to pull on it and stretch it just a little bit. And let me see here. I'm going to look and see how I want this. Okay. So I'm going to add just a little here like this. Let me turn it around so I can see. And the thing is with the scarf, you just got to play with it a little bit until you get it to where you want it to be and how you want it to look. And I'm gonna still stretch mine a little because it's not quite the way I want it to look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to stretch this out. And then I'm just gonna go ahead, and I got it facing me that way I can see what I'm doing to see how I want it to look. I have that. And I am going to just continue. I'm going to pull out a little more, and I'm going to wrap it around, because like I said, you just got to play with it until you're happy with the way it looks. And this is how mine is going to look. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue that into place. So we're just going to go ahead and glue across here and here, like so. So we got that. I'm going to turn it around. And we're going to go ahead and glue this side back here like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and go over just like that and twist down. So this is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to turn this back around so I can see it. So we're going to put some glue this way. And we're going to stick that here. And I am going to turn this way. Stick that down just like this. We're going to stick that here. And this one here, I'm going to leave it just like this. And I'm just going to turn this, and I'm going to add a little glue right there. So just like this. And then we have this one, and we're going to cut it. Cut it just a little bit. So we're just going to cut it at an angle like that. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So this is what it's going to look like. Going to be like this. And I'm going to go ahead and add some yarn. And you don't, like I said, you can even use, if you don't have this type of yarn, you can even use cotton balls. It's all the same. And I'm gonna trim this up a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same to the other side. Just gonna take a little bit of hot glue. We're going to stick this down off on there just like this. Trim that off. And this is what you're going to end up with. So you're just going to cut your scissors. You're going to put a little layer of hot glue down. And then you're just going to glue this on top of that hot glue. And you'll end up with it looking like this. And if you don't want this to stick out like that, you could just take a little hot glue and just stick that just like this, and it'll stay in place. And the next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna take your buttons and you're gonna glue your buttons into place. So we're just gonna pull this, and so for my buttons, I'm going to turn this around so I can see it, and I'm gonna put a button here, and you can use any color buttons you want. This is what I happen to have on hand. They're not exactly black, but they'll work. And I'm just sticking my buttons into place. And you can have as many buttons as you want. I think I'm just gonna do the 3. And then we're gonna go ahead and do his eyes. And I want to turn him so he's facing me because I want his eyes to be straight. So we're going to put that there. I'm going to grab another glue stick, load that in, and we're going to stick it a little here, and we're going to stick that down just like that. And then we have our eyes. And the last thing that we got 2 other things that we need to do. We need to take the felt, which is going to be the carrot for his nose, and we're just going to cut that into a triangle shape. So basically all I'm doing is just cutting out a triangle. And you can make this as little or as big as you want. And I cut out a triangle, and we're going to see where we want them. And I'm going to just clean my edges up a little bit. And I'm going to look. Looks pretty good to me. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue. And we're going to stick this down off in place like this. Oh, I do not like these little strings of glue. And this is what we have so far. And then the last thing we need to do is his mouth. And like I said, you can use buttons or you can use a marker. I'm going to use a marker. And you just want to just draw on his mouth. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead, and I should have got my other marker because this one is not working as great as I thought it would. Or I would have grabbed my jumbo marker, but since this one does not want to work for me. Okay, let's see if we can get it to work now. Yeah, I probably should have grabbed a better Sharpie than the one that I had laying around. So yeah, that I'll know next time. So basically what I done was I took the Sharpie marker and I drew on his mouth with the marker. And that's all you have to do. If you want your snowman to have arms, which I didn't grab the pipe cleaner, But if you want your snowman to have arms, all you have to do is add a pipe cleaner. I'm going to leave mine as is because I'm not going to do anything with it. It's just basically going to set around the house. But as you can see, this is all we did was, you know, we just took a 2x4. I spray painted it white and let it dry. And then I just made the hat and everything with the felt. And that's it for this video. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see me do any other type of crafts, just let me know in the comment box below. Next Wednesday, I'll be doing the reindeer. So if you want to watch that video, stay tuned. Because I try to post every Wednesday unless I have something else going on. So, yeah, like I said, thank y'all for watching this video, and I hope y'all all have a nice day. Bye.